last surviving member of the famed Band of Brothers, died at 97.
Around midnight on June 6, 1944, paratrooper Bradford Freeman parachuted into Normandy, France with an 18-pound mortar base plate strapped to his chest. Landing in the pasture filled with cows, he helped hide a fellow soldier who had broken his leg during the jump before meeting up with the rest of his mortar squad. "We had to take the place and get the big guns so the Germans couldn't interfere with the soldiers who were coming ashore," Freeman said. "We happened to be fortunate enough to do it right, I reckon. We secured the area and let the army go through. They had come ashore and now they got on with their business." After the successful D-Day mission, Freeman and the other members of Easy Company, a unit in the 2nd Battalion of the 101st Airborne Division's 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, fought their way across Western Europe, playing a key role in the Allied advance on Nazi Germany. Immortalized in Stephen Ambrose's 1992 book, Band of Brothers, and a 2001 HBO miniseries of the same name, the men's wartime heroics continue to resonate more than 75 years after the global conflict's end. And following the death of Easy Company officer Edward Shames in December of 2021, Freeman briefly held the dubious distinction of being the last surviving veteran of the Band of Brothers. Now with Freeman's own death on July 3, 2022, there's no living members of the famed unit remaining. Freeman was just a freshman at Mississippi State University when the United States entered the war on December 1941. He was told that he could complete the school year if he enlisted instead of waiting to be drafted. He officially joined the Army on December 19, 1942, undergoing rigorous paratrooper training before joining the rest of Easy Company in England in February 1944. Freeman was just a 19-year-old private assigned to a mortar squad led by the legendary Donald Malarkey, one of the central figures of the Band of Brothers. Freeman was involved in virtually every major engagement in Europe during World War II. He dropped into the Nazi-occupied Netherlands during Operation Market Garden in September of 1944 and was shot in the leg during the Siege of Bastogne that December. Freeman says, "They said I got shot by a screaming Mimi. You could hear it coming, but you can't get out of the way. They said it was a little boy who did the shooting." Freeman was able to rejoin his unit in time for the final stages of the war's European theater, and he participated in the Allied occupations of Bavaria and Austria, returning home after VE Day on May 8, 1945.